Nidhi! Nidhi!
Coming!
Nidhi, we are getting late, yeah?
Wait, I'm coming!
Run! Do you know how sometimes you get annoyed because your wife or girlfriend or significant other really makes you wait? But I'm here to tell you shouldn't get annoyed. And this guitar is the reason why. Keep watching. There is a story connecting to my wife about how I got this guitar. To understand the significance of this, you really need to understand what this guitar means to me, because there are few guitars that mean a lot to you. This guitar is in a league of its own. And here's why. Late 2004, early 2005. Just started playing guitar, started on a very cheap acoustic which cost $40, which I bought in India. It was called a Gibson, not Gibson, Gibson, son. So started playing acoustic. By April, I thought, okay, I have done enough on acoustic. I have proven to myself that I can play guitar. I'm interested in it. So I started badgering my parents. I was an 18-year-old student. I was badgering them, can I get electric guitar? And it's expensive, you know. Even an Epiphone is super expensive. So they agreed. Finally, they agreed. I got a great budget of 500 Singapore dollars, 300 US, which is a lot of money in Indian rupees, frankly. Went to the shop with my friend. My dream was to get a Fender Strat, not a Squier Strat. I wanted a Fender Strat. I was hoping there'd be some sort of sale or something. There wasn't any sale. All the Fender Strats were like $900 to $1,000. But I forgot about the Strats as soon as I entered the store, because I saw an Epiphone Firebird in red, whatever red the Epiphone was. And I looked at that, and next to it also was an Explorer, which also I was interested in because James Hetfield, Metallica. And then there was a Les Paul. Now here was the pricing. The Les Paul, Epiphone Les Paul, was $600. The Explorer was $800, and this Firebird was $1,000, the Epiphone Firebird, because it had more, right? It was bigger, it had 3 pickups. I really wanted the Firebird. But of course, all I could afford was the Epiphone Les Paul. Of course, I mean, and that guitar is still with me. But point is, I got the Epiphone Les Paul, I continued playing, but I continued dreaming about the Firebird forever. The red Firebird hanging there. Too expensive for me, 1,000 Singapore dollars. I only had 500. I stretched it to 600 by eating Maggie for a month or something. But so that guitar, I always wanted one. I saw over the years some Epiphone Firebirds for sale much later. Of course, I could afford it then, but then I was like, I should just get the original, the Gibson. But finding a candy apple red, gold hardware Firebird VII from Gibson was not something you saw every day. It's a pretty rare guitar. They don't make it every day. They make custom shop versions, which are crazy amount of money, and then they make regular versions. Fast forward to 2017. I was working in Malaysia at the time, but I was in Singapore for, I also worked in Singapore, though I was based in Malaysia. I had to pick up my wife, and she was late. And I was stuck in the middle of the city with nothing much to do. I had about an hour to kill. I was extremely annoyed, but I was like, okay, it's what it is. So I decided to hop over to Peninsula Plaza in City Hall in Singapore, which is where all the guitar shops are, and just for fun. And I walked over there. I remember going down to the basement. There's a specific corner where it connects from one mall to the other underground. And as I came out of the corner, I saw in the shop window a beautiful red Gibson Firebird VII just hanging there. I looked at it for I think at least 10-15 minutes. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but at least 10-15 seconds. Just try to make sure, is that really what I think it is? Is that really a Gibson Firebird VII in red? Mind you, I had just bought a very expensive guitar. I think I had just bought the 594 or something at that point in time. So I didn't have money, really. So I went, I was like, oh my god, I've never seen one of this. So yeah, I went into the shop, asked to see the guitar. The guy was a bit reluctant. He said, I like hanging this guitar outside because it attracts a lot of customers. Right? It's just so beautiful. So he wasn't really very enthusiastic to sell it or something, but I convinced him. And yeah, and the result was I got this beautiful 2003 Gibson Firebird VII. Okay, now I want to tell you a little bit about how sometimes your favorite guitar, the thing that you think you want the most, sometimes may not be the right guitar for you. As much as I love this guitar because of the way it looks and how much I wanted it for so many years, this is not really the right guitar for me. I keep it because I love it, but in terms of the sound, it's a very different kind of a sound. It's much more of a blues, rock. If you're really into that low gain, a little bit of a country style, a little bit of a, very earthy kind of a sound, it's perfect. A little bit of gain, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of grime, a little bit of style. All the music that I play is very removed from that. My music is either very high gain or very pristine cleans with a lot of effects. That's me. This guitar is not made for that. Secondly, the tuning stability of this is worse than some boats. This very strange design that you bend a piece of metal to make it thing. And also playing wise, it's a little difficult to play because this pickup always gets in the way. But none of that matters because this is just such an iconic guitar. I think if you're into into that kind of a more of a country, more of a bluesy kind of world, if you live in that world, it's an amazing guitar. And in that kind of world, you also want the guitar to fight with you a little bit. This guitar doesn't fight with you, but it feels so massive, even though it's only 24.75 in scale. So it suits that world. For my world, it doesn't, but I just want to hang this, look at it, remind myself, be so happy that I actually have one of these. That's why I have one of these guitars. I don't play it that much. I should play it a little bit more, but I mean, I have many other guitars that are much nicer to play. But is there a guitar that I am more emotionally attached to, despite everything else? I don't think there are too many. So this guitar is one of those. It's a reflection of a childhood dream come true. Almost childhood, I was 18. It's a reflection of what's good and amazing in the world of guitar because this is such an incredible design, designed in the 60s by a car designer. It is just something else, even though it's not a very good guitar. All right, I hope this was fun. A little different, but a story that needed to be told. Till next time.